friends. Hey friends. Hey friends, it's me, Alana. Welcome back to my channel. You are all sunflowers in a world full of weeds. Hi friends, it is me. So I am starting this new vlog for my series that I'm doing where I read popular older YA fantasy that I missed within my teenage years or whatever. So I am starting this vlog because I am about to start King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. So this will be a vlog featuring that one. And then the next book I'm also featuring in this vlog is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. So these are going to be the two books that I will be focusing on. King's Cage is just going to be continuing on from my first episode or first, I guess, video for this series where I read the first two books in the Red Queen series. So I'm moving on to the third book now. But I'm also going to be adding in the first book in the Cruel Prince trilogy because that is a really loved and hyped and adored trilogy. So I figured why not to go ahead and just combine the two since I will be reading them at the same time this week. I am buddy reading Cruel Prince with Justice from Aries Library, and then I'm also buddy reading King's Cage with Kay from I Love Books OK. So I've already read the pages for The Cruel Prince that I need to read tonight. We are breaking it down into 5 chapters a day because one of the chapters are pretty short and I think there's only 30 chapters, so it's an even number. I've already read the first 5 chapters. I'm definitely intrigued by the story. I see why a lot of people will like it. Jude is an interesting character. Like, learning about her was definitely intriguing, especially when you find out, like, her goals and ambitions and the fact that she is a lot more spunky than I thought she was, so that's pretty cool. And then I've already met Carden. I don't know him yet, but I've seen him and I've seen his actions, so it's definitely intriguing, and I am excited to read more and figure out if it's gonna be a book that I really like. As for King's Cage, I have not started yet, but I am about to start it. I am going to try and read 150 pages, so that is going to be me catching up tonight for that. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and start this vlog and let you know what I'm doing, and then I will update y'all later. I'm also going to be watching some booktube and stuff, so you'll probably see those clips, and yeah. Hey friends, it is me checking in for this vlog. So as you saw a clip earlier, I was doing some reading sprints with Erin from Booked and Busy, and I managed to read to page 112 in King's Cage, which is basically chapter 9. So I made some progress. I'm still behind in this buddy read, but I've made progress. I don't know what's gonna happen. We basically start from where the second book left off, and Mare is just kind of in a place where I don't know how she's gonna get out of the situation. She's kind of just stuck for a minute until I guess someone tries and like fixes it for her, but until then she's stuck with the crazy, so I'm a little nervous. But we do get a second perspective in this. We get Cameron's perspective, who we meet in the second book. I won't go into too many spoilery details, but she becomes like an important person towards the end of the second book for the mission that they're trying to do. And so I like getting her perspective, because with Mare, she tends to still have like rose-colored glasses when it comes to Cal and Mavin. And so she's also biased, like, obviously from all her trauma and everything too. So there's no way she can't there's no way to avoid the attachment she has to both these characters, where Cameron's perspective is amusing because she doesn't have any attachment really to these people. Like, she's kind of just there because she's like nowhere else to go. And so her perspective is just so funny because she's just like, these people aren't all that. They're stupid and honestly, like, crazy. So I kind of enjoy her, like, kind of outside looking in perspective, where she's really seeing everything with unbiased eyes, with fresh eyes, honestly. So you know, she's like, the perspective she has is uncolored at all, basically. So I really enjoyed that. I'm intrigued to read more. Probably gonna pick this up tomorrow after work again, just to see what happens next. I haven't read Cruel Prince yet. I haven't read anything from that one. I picked up From Blood and Ash, which I'm also buddy reading with Erin, so I'm buddy reading 3 books this week. So I decided to read some of that for the rest of the sprints. Not bad so far, in case you were wondering about my thoughts. But I think I might either pick up Cruel Prince after, or not Cruel Prince, Cruel Prince. I'm dumb. After I finish my pages from Blood and Ash, or what I might do is I might just push it to tomorrow, mostly because I'm listening to the audiobook, and King's Cage and From Blood and Ash is pretty dense and thick, whereas Cruel Prince was pretty easy to listen to, and I got through it pretty quickly. So I think I can do the same thing tomorrow, even if I push off a couple chapters. I just have to read 10 chapters instead of just 5, like the norm, which I don't mind doing. So I guess it'll just depend on how I'm feeling at the time. But yeah, that's my update. Okay, I'm gonna go eat now, but I'll update y'all later when I have something else to talk about. Hey friends, it is me, checking in with you all. So I have read both The King's Cage and The Cruel Prince. I'm on page 208 for King's Cage, which is basically, I'm about to start chapter 15 in this book, and wow, things are happening. I like that things are, like, going. I never really know what's gonna happen next. It's intriguing seeing, like, how Mavin and Mare play off of each other and react to each other, and just, like, kind of how their relationship is forming in a way. So I'm definitely intrigued by that. I'm also intrigued by everything going on with the Scarlet Guard, especially because the only perspective we're getting from that point of view is Cameron's. So, like, I'm intrigued with her perspective a lot. But so far I'm still liking it, and I'm hoping to try and finish soon, maybe within the next few days, hopefully. And then I read The Cruel Prince. I just finished catching up on my pages for the day, and I'm about to start chapter 16. And surprisingly, I think, okay, so I haven't had a lot of interactions with Carden yet. Like, he pops in and out, but, like, I haven't had substantial, like, experience, like, he hasn't been experientially there, if that makes sense. So, but I feel like I'm gonna like him by the end of this book, and I don't know why. Like, at first I didn't think so, but as I got further in and, like, saw the glimpses of him, I think I will. Jude is okay. I, like, don't know whether I like her perspective and being in her head or not, and I guess it's just gonna take me reading more of the book to figure that out. But otherwise, I'm enjoying that too. So I'm actually glad that I'm liking both of these books so far. I will let you know more once I get into it. For the Girl Prince, so I'm actually very suspicious of Taryn, her sister, because she's just being a little weird. And then I'm suspicious of Locke because he's being a little too nice while he hangs out with the crew that have been basically like throwing barbs with Jude. So I'm kind of like, I don't trust him. With King's Cage, I really don't trust anybody. Like, for real. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of annoyed with Cal. I really don't. I just don't think he makes good decisions. I also don't trust what side he's on, because at the end of the day, you're in the 3rd book, and bro is still not sure what side he's on. This is the 3rd book! It ends in 4 books! Like, I don't understand. So, I don't know, me and Cal are gonna have to fight, because I need him to pick a side at this point. But yeah, after all of that to say, this is intriguing buddy read. But yeah, just wanted to update y'all, and I will hopefully have another clip for you soon with my readings. friends, it is me. It's been a minute, but I'm updating you on King's Cage. So I finished one of my Betty reads, so now I'm focusing more on King's Cage and Cool Prince. I got to like chapter 16 of Cool Prince, and so now I'm focusing on Cage a little bit more because I only have like this much left, so I'm gonna try and finish that. And so, so far it's okay. I think this is gonna be a solid 3-star for me, and I feel like the books just keep going down a star. We'll see with the last one. But, it's, like, okay. Not a lot's happened, because, like, in this one, Mare has been trapped, and so you really get her perspective of being basically held captive for 6 months. And though you get other perspectives, it's just still not, like, it doesn't really feel like you're in the story anymore, since, like, Mare isn't in the story. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's okay. Not the greatest thing I'm reading. But I'm determined to finish the series, and yeah, so I'll definitely update you more later. Hey friends, it is me, checking in. So I read more of King's Cage today, and I'm about to start chapter 24 out of like 30, so I'm literally almost done. But I'm putting it down and taking a break because I'm just so mad because, like, I've never read a more stupid love interest than I have in this series. Like, Cal is the most, so like, before I read this, I think 4 from Divergent was like the stupidest love interest I had ever read, especially in that last book. Like, he literally just pissed me off because, like, the things he was doing were like ridiculous, and I was just like, you're like so dumb. But now I'm literally like, Cal is so dumb. Like, I just don't understand what is wrong with him. And maybe it's because I'm like, is this what it takes to really, like, erase ignorance from people's minds? Because if it is, wow. Because, like, okay, bro's in the Scarlet Guard. Like, he's stuck there. I get it, he didn't really have a choice. But you would think after spending, like, time with all of the people you've oppressed all these years, you would maybe at least get it from their point of view. Like, you don't always have to agree with everything they're doing, but you could at least, like, understand why they're doing the things they're doing, like, why it's important to them. I don't understand how we're in the 3rd book, and he still hasn't picked a side, still really doesn't get it to why they're doing the things that they're doing. And it's pissing me off at this point because, like, I just found out that, like, he's been in contact with people he shouldn't have been in contact with. So basically, he's been screwing them over. And I'm so mad because at the end of it, like, the 4th book, I'm about to have to start that, and I'm like, if he still tries for the throne after everything and still does not understand why the Scarlet Guard is doing what they're doing, bro is dumb. Like, And the thing is, it sucks because they're like, oh, he's chosen a side. It's like, no, he did everything for Mare because that's who he wants. But he still doesn't really get it. Like, he doesn't get why the Reds don't want to be oppressed anymore. He still thinks the Silvers are supposed to be these gods. And it's just making me so mad because I'm like, bro, what are you here for? What is your purpose? Because you obviously are not, like, you're helpful, but you're really not getting anything. And, like, just the ignorance of everything is really frustrating me. So yeah, that's where I'm at with my rant. So, yep, it's I'm at that point. So we'll see how the fourth book goes, because I might have to just, I'm not gonna DNF, but like, he really will probably be my most hated, like, love interest ever. And I normally don't have that. Like, I don't have a long list of them. I think there's 2, maybe 3. So, Hello. So, I was editing this vlog and I realized that I never gave you my final thoughts on King's Cage. I don't know what happened. I guess I thought I filmed the clip, but I didn't. So, I finished, obviously, King's Cage before I even finished Cruel Prince. I gave King's Cage 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was good for the most part. It was just that it was so slow throughout the first half of the book and, like, the middle. So by the end, when everything big started happening, it just didn't really make up for how slow it was in the beginning to me. So I get why it happened, because, like, the beginning you're with Mare and she's stuck in this place. She's really dealing with all the political strategies and relationships and stuff within the castle and everything where she is. So I get why it was slow like that. And it wasn't till, well, I guess it's not a spoiler. She joins back up with the Scarlet Guard is when things start really happening. And I guessed right about the ending. And Cal, I really do not like him. I do not know how he's gonna make up for everything he did in the fourth book, because honestly, it was just a lot. I do not like him. It's gonna take a lot for him to make it up to me, to be honest. And I know I'm not the protagonist of the book, so really it's up to Mare. But no, it's me. He has to make it up to me. Because he's dumb. I'm sorry, but, like, he really just made the dumbest decisions. And I will say by the end, I'm so glad that Mare, like, stood up for herself. And she was just like, yeah, you enjoy, like, your plans and what you have going for you. Because obviously, like, you chose yourself. And he's all like, no, I'm doing this for the both of us. And she was like, you're really not, though, because I didn't want this. And he's all like, well, don't leave me alone. And she was like, you have your crown. So there you go, buddy. So I really just loved that she finally put him in his place in the end. And that I think, like, the Scarlet Guard has something up their sleeves. So I'm really excited to get to the fourth book and see what happens and see how this ends for everybody, because I really need to know. But yeah, so this was that clip of just me finishing up my thoughts. I still don't like Cal. Love Mare. I like the fact that we got, what's her name? Evangeline. I'm really glad, I think that's her name. I'm so bad at names. I'm really glad that we finally got her perspective too, towards the end of the book, because you really got to see her thoughts and how she felt about things and why she did certain things that happened in the book. So I found that very intriguing, and I'm interested to see what she's going to do next, too. So yeah, this is me updating you all for this vlog, and yeah, okay, bye. Friends, hey friends, it's me coming out to finish this vlog, finally. I finished The Cruel Prince, thank goodness. I will say it was a 3-star for me. I really did not like Jude, but I loved Carden. But at the same time, I didn't get much of Carden in this book, so I'm still leaving that open. It could change later. So, yeah. that's just kind of how I feel right now. I just thought, like, if the book was in anybody else's perspective, it could have been more interesting, but Jude was just kind of boring, and I didn't think she was, like, the smartest character to, like, have a viewpoint from, but I'm still intrigued enough to pick up Wicked King later, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I finally finished Cruel Prince and King's Cage, so that's the end of this vlog. I'm so excited to finally have it done. Excuse me. So yeah, stay tuned for the next episode in this vlog series, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. So I will see you all later. You're all sunflowers in a world full of weeds.